Hi, I'm Stefanie Wainwright. I'm a wife, a mom, a business owner, and my life is chaotic all the time. So I created this podcast to help you find the funny, the good, while navigating through the chaos. This is Chaotic Compass Podcast.
Okay, what is up, guys? It's Stefanie here, Chaotic Compass, solo tonight. What is going on? Appreciate you being here. Thanks for tuning in. So, today's topic is people pleasing. Yeah, let's that's a little unpacking we need to do here with this one. And why I don't do that shit anymore. So, people pleasing has been a long lineage here for Stefanie. I don't know about you, but it's just been one of those things of how can I make everybody happy? I want to make sure that in this situation everybody's happy. It stemmed from, let's just dive in. Let's just take a little bit back in Stefanie's history. We're going through the Rolodex, going back. Okay, that was a little ridiculous sound effects. It's fine. So when I was growing up, my parents, I don't know if they just had a hard time coexisting together or they literally hated each other. Either way, there was a lot of arguments, and not just like fuck you and slam a door. No, like some crazy ass shit. Okay, my mom has thrown a couch across the whole room, like the living room, like literally hulked out, fucking flipped that shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? She's come after my dad with a knife up against the wall, literally like called the cops. Like some shit has gone down when I was a kid. Just saying. I've seen my mom get hauled off, okay, in a cop car. I'm not saying that my childhood is any worse or better than yours. I'm just speaking my truth, okay? So just take it as it is. You can take the parts that resonate with you and you can leave the rest, okay? With that being said, Stefanie grew up in a house where there was a lot of shit going on. And I wanted everybody to be happy. And that's where it stemmed from. For me, it resonated as jokes. I want you to be happy, and how can I make you feel better with a joke? How can I spin this and make you feel better with a joke? That was my comedic value that I've spun into my life. Let me, and also I had to be quick because if I wasn't quick, I was going to get run over by my mom or my mom's side of the family with like just their inundation of shit. Like you had to spit some shit and it had to make sense and it had to be, on point. So I learned to be quick roll like early on in life, and I learned how to spit jokes. And so I'm a people pleaser by nature. With that being said, all right, so there's three different topics I kind of want to get into as far as where I'm people pleasing, right? So one is my husband. Two is the personal, the kids side of things, and even my parents. But then three is with our business. And so I'm going to pause for sentimental value here because I'm going to start getting into some deep shit. Like as if talking about childhood trauma isn't enough deep shit. So, but let me pause for you and let's just get into why Stefanie drinks. Okay? Let's go. Here we go. I stopped by my friends at Early Birds. Love those guys. Early Birds Bottle Shop in Pocosin. They have such an eclectic group of like just different things that you don't see normally in your stores. And they also now have a growler filling station. So let's go with that. That's pretty freaking awesome. So if you haven't, I'm going to leave a link in the show notes. Early Birds Bottling Shop, Pocosin, Virginia. Check them out. Theyarethebomb.com. Apparently we don't say that anymore according to my daughter. So I found one, I just love this can. All right, but I found, so it's 1911. It's Beak and Skiff's apple orchards. So 1911 is the brand but the flavor is light up the night cherry. Okay, so I just want to talk about this can for a hot minute for those of you that are listening in, because I keep having the thought that I'm going to edit these videos and put them on YouTube, but it's fine. It's fine. If anybody knows how to edit YouTube videos that isn't going to cost me an arm and a leg, just side note, just shoot me an email, info@chaoticcompass.com. Anyway, so 9/11, light of the night, wicked cherry. What is it? I don't know. Black cherry. Shit. Okay. So I'm having a hard time just reading the can. So the can is matted black. I'm a sucker for that shit. Like, that is so hot. Like, one, it's a tall boy. Like, just, you already got my heart. And then two, like, it's matted and it's pink and purple. Okay, so I promise I'm gonna post a picture on my Instagram and my Facebook page, but like, look at it. Like, look how sexy this can is. I'm just like, this can is, I'm vibing with it. Okay, so you weren't here to talk about, you were here for the reason of people pleasing and why the fuck you shouldn't do that. And so I am not trying to people please you, and I apologize for getting sucked into the can, but this is why I drink. Let's go into the mic. Let's go. Oh my gosh, cherry, instantly, bam, in your face. I literally got sucker punched with a cherry just now. Wow. Oh, that's good. That's really good. It's on the sweeter side, but that's good. Oh, they only do it in small batches. Shit, y'all. You guys gotta need to figure out how to make this like a long lasting thing, because I don't know. Man, this is good. So this is 6.9% in the tall boy, which is 16 ounces. But I mean, when you open up the can, it punches you in the face with the smell, but it doesn't punch you in the face with the cherry flavor. But it's on the sweeter side of things, but it's good. Like, sip one after dinner, that could be your dessert kind of thing. And not like that sweet, but it's good. Anyway, so okay, I need to take a minute before I get into this one, because this bullet point, I try to always have 3 bullet points. I learned this in like English class in college. And so I have 3 bullet points this evening, and the number 1 bullet point is my husband. And I wanted to start it off with that because there's a lot of unpacking there as far as people pleasing. And he didn't ask for it. I swear to God, this guy didn't ask for the people pleasing. He is one of those go with the flow type motherfuckers, okay? He will just run with it. He is non-confrontational for sure, okay? Love him to death. But with that being said, some stupid fucking shit comes out of that guy's mouth on the regular, and it scares me. It scares me when this it just rolls out of your mouth like no big deal. It's like, who are you, and where's the guy that I fell in love with? Let's just, but it's fine. So people pleasing is a type of it's a mental health thing for me, as far as unpacking that one. And it stems back obviously to my childhood, which I went into. But speaking of mental health, have made that a point for me this year to stop focusing on everybody else first. I'm not trying to put it to the next level, but I'm trying to just focus on me more. So to give you a little background story on here. So I usually tell my husband, like, when he gets like sidetracked, when he gets into his ADHD moments of like, what the fuck are you doing, Ryan? Like, you should probably come back here and focus on the task at hand. Because he'll literally like, okay, I'm going to go to do the dishes, and be like, oh shit, the counters are dirty. And then it's like, he'll go get the cleaner, and then be like, oh, I forgot to put the clothes in the, dryer. And we do that often, but his gets real bad. And he literally hard right turn so much sometimes that it's like, I don't even remember what you were doing. Okay? Like that's how you lost me. And I'm pretty organized. So, I often refer to his hard right turns as leaf blowing the attic. Okay? So he will go hard right, and I feel that it's the same equivalent as getting the leaf blower out and going up into the attic and just going to town. You're doing something, but it has nothing to do with the task at hand. One night we were talking about, it was just the other week, we were talking about how I was letting him know, hey, I'm going to try to figure out how to focus more on, during the weeks I need to be more focused on me and figuring out how to make me more a priority for me. I'm not asking you to make me a priority for you. I'm not asking everybody else to make me a priority for them. I'm just saying I need to take a step back from a lot of the things that I'm doing because my mental health needs it. We're not going to go into all the details of where Stefanie came up with this, okay? That's a whole topic for another freaking episode, but that's the basis of the conversation, right? Stefanie is going to be focusing more on her self-love and self-care. This motherfucker decided to call me selfish. So when I say stupid shit flows out of this fucker's mouth, I'm for real, okay? And so I told him that when he says stupid shit like that, it's like leaf blow in the attic. And he can take his leaf blower and he can blow it right up his asshole and he can blow his balls and his taint too. That's what came out of my mouth in retaliation. And I had to write that shit down because I was like, what the fucking fuck just came out of both of you and I's mouth? I don't even know. Don't call me selfish for trying to put me first for once in my fucking life. Okay? Don't do that. Don't let anybody tell you you're fucking selfish for trying to do you. Being selfish is when you're making it detrimental to other people, where putting you first is now causing other people harm. Like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna get a pedicure. Fuck you guys. You don't need a ride home from school. Fuck you guys. You don't need to get off the bus. Like, I'm not going to let anybody know and compensate for that. I'm just going to be like, you can fucking figure it out. It's me time. No, I'm not doing that. I don't even get pedicures. Fuck feet. I'm not into feet. Don't touch my feet. I have a hard time with that. I'm talking about, I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to take some quiet time. I'm literally going to go and drink this cup of coffee, and I swear to God, if anybody comes around me, I'm going to nut punch them, and I don't care if they have nuts, okay? Like, that's where I'm at in my life. I just need a hot moment of refuge because the world is spinning so fucking fast and I'm about to freaking jump off and to go into outer space and just suffocate because there's no oxygen. That's what's going to happen. Okay? I'm exhausted. There's too much and I need to breathe. I just need a minute. That's what I'm talking about with being selfish. Or that's what he called being selfish. I call this self-love. He's calling me selfish. We're not going to go into the details, but those words came out of that motherfucker's asshole. And if you know my husband, you know that he's genuine and he's a good dude. And as soon as it flew out of his mouth, he done fucked up. Okay, so anywho, moving on. We won't harp on that moment too hard. I wanted to share some stupid shit that flew out of both of our mouths. So number two, okay? Personally, I've had to stand up with shit that the kids are doing and shit that the parentals, my parents, are doing. More so my mother. It's not my dad, really. It's my mother. I've had to put my foot down. Maybe this is one of those things where it's like, okay, what the fuck? But it must stop. Okay. I'm a stepmom, okay? I'm a stepmom. I gotta paint a story. I can't just like jump in and tell you like the actual story. I gotta paint a story. So I'm a stepmom. If you don't know, hey, I'm me, Stephanie. I've got 2 kids and I've got 2 stepkids. I don't really call them stepkids. I don't be like, hey, they're my stepkids. They're all my children. They're my children. But when it comes to somewhere along the way in the 7 years that Ryan and I have been together, somewhere along the way, I'm pretty sure I know exactly where I picked it up from, but we're not going to name names. I picked up that step parents have roles and parents have roles. Because I've been treating these kids all the same. You act up, I'm going to put you in timeout. I'm going to scold you. I'm going to yell at you. I've learned that that's not right. Okay. So Stephanie took about 200 steps back as far as how I parent my kids and how I parent Ryan's children. So it usually comes to when I have a problem, I'm like, hey, Ryan, this is what I'm seeing. Unless it's literally detrimental and you're about to die, like, whoa, put the fire down. Like, don't jump off the roof. Like, shit like that. Okay. Like, you're about to fucking die. There's no time to third party this shit. Like, I need to communicate that. And you want to fucking hate me for saving your life? That's cool. But the oldest son, Ryan's child, and I'm definitely going to be like Ryan's child here because my children are potty trained, right? Okay, so my son, and like this is going to go out there into the world, but my son for the longest time sat when he peed because I potty trained him. And guess what? I don't have. Okay? You're going to learn how to pee standing up. You're going to need to go to somebody that knows how to pee standing up. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Ryan's oldest son has a hard time remembering to put the toilet seat up, peeing, and putting the toilet seat back down. Homie doesn't even pick it up. Homie just pees. There's a little dribble on the seat. And the reason why I know it's him, because this dude is so in a hurry to get back to what he's doing. He barely shuts the door. He's done opened the door by the time he's flushing, and I'm not even for sure if his pants are up all the way by the time he's opened the door to try to hurry to get back to what he's doing. So this guy always flushes the toilet when the door is open. That's my tall tale sign that I know it's him. So I know that you've just left the restroom, and so now I'm getting ready to go in there. It's my own damn home, and so I'm gonna sit on this seat. There's no hovering here, and guess the fuck what's going on. And so, hey Ryan, we've got a problem. Hey Ryan, we've got a problem. How long has this kid been legit potty trained? He just turned 12, y'all. I'm just trying to save the like you want to go and purchase a home, or you want to go and pay rent, and you want to dribble all over your freaking toilet seats. Be my guest. I will never fucking set foot in your house if I have to pee. I swear to God. I'll come and visit. I'll hang out, but if I gotta pee, I'm gonna go down the street to the Quickie Mart because I'd rather take my chances at a freaking convenience store bathroom than in your. But that's future Stephanie's problem. And so how I'm not people pleasing anymore, because I've told my husband, I've gone third party, I've asked him numerous times. And then the other night I hear Isla, Ryan's youngest, our youngest child, who was almost 9, she'll be 9 in March, calling the 12-year-old out on stop peeing on the seat. Lift the toilet seat. Mom said, you need to do better on this. And then so I'm like, all right, here we go. Here's where I'm not a people pleaser anymore, because this shit's bothering the fuck out of me, because we've been dealing with this for too far long now. And now that he's in this household more often because everybody's in the same county, I'm dealing with the dribble situation more often than not. I think I get one day a week where there's not a dribble situation in my home, and I'm having a hard time with that. I tell this homie, bro, you now have had your younger sister calling you out on some shit. Your mom's obviously told you. I have told you. Your father has told you numerously. And apparently you can't. So get your shit together. I'm literally telling this kid that. Literally dribbles on the seat. And I'm like, Ryan, this kid's not fucking getting it. And here's what my solution is. And no. And that's when it finally clicked in like Ryan's head, like he needs to do something drastic because me yelling, it's not, I'm not going to please this child anymore because it's irking me. I'm not going to wipe the seat just so I can pee in my house, okay? You need to be a fucking 12-year-old and realize that you can't do this shit anymore. And so Ryan threatened him with, I'm going to make you use your toothbrush to clean the fucking toilet if you don't start picking up the seat. Let's make sure you know which toothbrush is his first, Ryan. But, like that's whatever. And that's getting corrected now. I actually hear him, picking up, and we have slow close here, but, like in other places, like, oh, I hear the toilet, like, clanking down, and he doesn't realize that we have slow close and not everybody has slow close. But anyways, it's getting solved because I put my fucking foot down and I'm not tiptoeing around this. I'm not trying to be the role of a stepmom anymore. There's problems. It needs to be solved. My other problem is that my mom, her parenting style is not my parenting style. Okay. But my other problem is that you had 2 kids and you need to back the fuck up. And I've told her this now. Hey, Mom, you got your chance to parent. These are my kids and let me do that. You got some suggestions or hints, or if they're in imminent danger, you're more than welcome to say something. But if you have a problem, come to me. I'm tired of her belittling the kids and making them feel like shit, or doing things that she thinks is funny to teach them a lesson. But that's not parenting. That's just being a jackass. I am working on her. It's like I've got to teach a 61-year-old how to grandparent. But, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about me. I've only got, 700 plates spinning and 64 balls that I'm juggling. It's fine. I will figure out how to put that one back up in the air, Ma, and teach you how to grandparent. It's fine. My last topic, and this one's kind of easy, but it took me a hot minute to realize it. Business, okay? Not necessarily with our mobile marine repair business, but definitely with our fishing charter boat business. So last year, we had a lot of instances where people, and this has been something that they've been fighting, and this will be literally, it'll be the 21st season, but they've been in business for 20 years. They've been battling this since day one. People will call in and then not show up. And this is something that irks the shit out of me. And we had a lot last year because I was trying to people please. We would have a lot of trips that were 4 and 5 people during the week. And because it's like these people drove from miles away and yada, 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 and bullshit. And so all of the reasons that pull at my heartstring to try to make sure that they don't write me a bad review wasn't doing the business any good. It wasn't giving my mate, the best opportunity to make their money. It wasn't giving, the best, like as much money as I spend out on fuel and paying our captain, I literally was negative even before we left the dock with 4 and 5 people. And I know this, and yet we're still running. And so I have had to, I'm setting up policies and procedures for this year and it's literally written out on our website of, hey, this is what's going on. And we're going to let the mates know when we get started this year. And so it's going to be cheaper for people to purchase tickets online. Kind of like if you pay your tickets in advance for a concert, well, not necessarily, not all not a concert, but like, if I see like a local band at a bar, it's cheaper to get tickets in advance. And so, or you can pay more at the door. Either way, you can get there, but it's just going to cost you more. So it's kind of like a skin in the game thing. And so it'd be cheaper for you to purchase tickets online versus paying when you get there. And there's a minimum number of people that we are mandating. And that's going to be a policy that's online. It's something that we make. We're going to let people know over the phone. And if you get to the dock and you show up and there's only so many people, you have the option of paying for those extra tickets. I have to make a minimum. And I was trying to people please first instead of being a business person. I'm trying not to be a detrimental business person, but this is one of those lines where it's like, I'm paying $6 a gallon on average for diesel fuel. I can't afford to take 4 people out fishing, unfortunately. And that sucks. It sucks that that's where I have to come in this day and age. But if my policies are online and my policies are disclosed over the phone, then that's where we're at. And so it's me trying to figure out what are hardships in my life and what am I doing to not really like dive in deep to fix the problem. It's like problems are bitches not showing up when they call in for, the boat, and my mom being a bitch, and like me trying to not be the mom I want to be for all 4 of my kids, and me listening to my husband say bullshit words, and just things that are happening. I am trying so hard not to make sure that those people are happy before I'm happy. I control my happiness. I'm the only one that gives 100% shits about my happiness. And that's where I'm at. So, with that being said, little show tunes for you tonight. I am choosing happiness and joy. It's a theme for this year. I'm choosing happiness and joy over people pleasing. And if that's you, congratulations. But if it's something that you want to work on and you want me to dive in deeper, I would love to, because this is something that I definitely am struggling with. It's not something that's like instantly. I'm giving you a few instances with this, and I definitely do struggle with this on a daily basis. So if you have any circumstances, you want to Dear Abby it, message me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, or you can email me or message me through my website, chaoticcompass.com. I'm here for it. We don't even have to say your name. If you have a specific instance that you are struggling with, let me know. I'd love to help you out. This is Chaotic Compass, and I'm so glad you joined in for this episode, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate all of your love and support. If you really loved today's episode, you should subscribe. And if you subscribe, then you get notifications of when my next episode launches. So another way to be super awesome would be to leave a rating and review, or recommend it to your friends and family. If you're wicked awesome, you've already done all 3. Another way to keep up with me and my crazy family is check out my website at chaoticcompass.com, and I do blog and other stuff there. So I appreciate everything for you guys. I do this for you, so keep it up, because the more you subscribe, the more I do.